Just click weekly reflections. And on this episode, actually last week I took a couple of trades, not so many, three or four there. I'll link a video that shows the executions of the trades that I took. I managed to document them last week. So I'm going to talk about these two trades on this pair, pound yen, that I took. This one which was a loss, and this one which was a win. And of course, since it's a reflection video, just click reflection, weekly reflection, whereby I reflect through all the trades that I took, what I learned, what I could have done better, what I could improve on. And that's basically the goal of these weekly reflections, to try and improve and be a better trader on executing the next trade. So coming on, starting with this trade, it was a buy that was based on this rejection after we took off this swing low, and we came out creating a structure shift over here, crossing up to the buy side from the downside. So the reason I have with this trade, and I come to realize later, is that I rushed to enter into the trade. I should have waited, probably taken a better loss. It's a loss, yes, it was a manageable loss, but it was a bad loss. I think if I could have taken the trade somewhere around here, or probably here, this loss would have been well managed. Not basically managed as not it being having a loss, but it would have been went well aligned with how I usually plan to take trades, or with how I want to plan the executions to be taken. So this one was kind of rushed. I came to realize it late, of course, after executing it. And that's what I want to talk about. So the idea, of course, came from the 4H being my biggest time frame that I usually base my entry executions upon. And I go down to the 15 to look at the structure. Then later on, I go lower to probably take it on the lower sessions. I think is it this one? Yeah, because this one was a win, exactly. So this one coming here, so as you can see, before, price has been on an uptrend, and we have been retracing to this whole swing from here to here. So this has been a retracement to this swing, and we got probably to the end of the retracement in regards to the reaction that came down after it. There are some higher time frame arrays here that led to the price rejection, and you're yet to see if the rejection will be long-lived, or it will be short-lived, and price might again continue with the long bullish trend that it has been going on. So that we'll wait and see what the price action will cause, or will bring around. So coming back to this trade, what I was watching as I executed the trade, I actually executed it immediately. The candle closed exactly the same time as we are now, 5 a.m. Eastern time, US Eastern time. So the same way I will execute on this here as I'm watching it, as I'm doing this analysis, I'm still watching on executing the trade here, probably a long entry to proceed on upwards. So why did I take this buy? I took it simply because here market, we took all this liquidity that was up above here, then we came displacing down below. So after we came and we closed strongly below this this liquidity that was up here. So I was looking forward for a retracement to this range, probably to this wick here, maybe, or this breaker here, then to proceed with the downward. So now the problem with it is the patience was well good, and once I saw this rejection on the 4H, so I knew that it was a good sign probably to continue now retracing upper, for the price to pick up more momentum and proceed going lower. So I should have waited for more info rather than reacting on this week alone. So that was on the higher time frame, that was the reason why I entered the entry. And my stop loss was basically on the halfway of this week, because I believe once we broke below that one, then we were going to go lower. So going now down to the 15-minute time frame, the time frame that I executed the trade, here, right here. So we can see very well that price was coming down. There was again some structure, some good liquidity that's resting around here that again were in line with the execution of the trade. So all of this was liquidity that was waiting to be taken. And as we were coming from here, it was a low, lower high, then we created a lower low, another lower high, then a low, lower high, lower low, because we took this liquidity. Then now we came and closed up, changing the structure up above this one here. So it's an intermediate, it's a short-term lower high, this being the main lower high here. So price after closing above here can still proceed going lower. I should have held that in account and wait for more information here. So by waiting for more information, for more info, what do I need? Because you can still execute on this one. So once we had now this range, because this is a swing here, once we had that range there, the best thing I would have waited for price to come at least to equilibrium of the range. And at the equilibrium, we have this order block that's here. And once this order block gets respected or price rejects it, that would have been a better place of being better well placed in taking the execution of the trade. And we can see that order block was rejected well here during New York time at around the morning opening hours of New York time here. Why? Because price we came, we respected the middle of the order block, the equilibrium of the order block, then we came all up again, balancing all of this down move, meaning now sellers and buyers were equal. So with that, even if I had a pending order on this week here, with my stop loss being well here, so that at least would have been a better trade, because the reasoning behind it would have been we came, we rejected the order block, and we might proceed higher, taking all this liquidity that's lying above here. But now with this one, it was just simply rushed in. So with that, I'm looking keen to avoid such mistakes. Just be a little bit patient with the execution and wait for the right timing of the execution. So coming on to the next entry, which was it was a win. And having in mind, we still had some pool of liquidity here, but we had some good liquidity resting up above here. And because of this rejection, is why I took the trade. Again, when we go higher with the 4H to understand the higher time frame, this is the second trade here. Price was coming. This is the previous trade that I taken on. This was the second one. We had this another huge rejection. Candle came here down. We were respecting around this area here, and I was interested with that since price was not showing any reason to go any lower. So that for me, I was interested with it. Going up to the 15H, I think this one I executed it on the 5 minutes, if I'm not wrong. I think I executed it on the 5 minutes. So let me just do this and check. Where are you? Where are you? Here. Yep. So here, and did we have, yeah, we had news. I actually now remember. We had news that came down. Now you see here we changed another market structure. So this moment in time I was patient enough to wait for the trade to come to me. And as we can see here, we were respecting this order block. Yeah, we were respecting this order block right below here. And we were respecting it due there was some news that were coming out around this time. News came and we were respecting, and we have some nice pool of liquidity up above here. So once there was this rejection around here, so I decided to take the trade here. This being my first target, the pool of liquidity that was above here, but of course targeting for higher prices. So once I saw price stagnating around here, I closed the trade and I came out. So with this second trade, I was at least more patient. I waited for the setup to come to me and I executed to it. So moving on forward, I'm looking on being patient, just waiting for the trades to come to me and execute the trades in regard to what I'm seeing. Now coming now to the setup that I'm seeing that I want to execute on, we'll go to the 4H So price again is continuing pressing lower and lower and lower. So let me remove this. Price again is moving lower, 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 and as the lower we are going, we are creating pools of liquidity up above. So those are what I want to see go and being attacked. But again, I can't just go blindly. I have to wait and see the setup playing up for myself. So why have I highlighted this for H-week? Because for one, it was a swing low, and from that swing low, price came up attacking liquidity that was up above here. Then again, it's aligning with this gap, this FVG here, that's here is price displaced below that week. So if we had respected this week going up, that would have been a good lower entry to take a sell, but clearly we have not respected it. Actually, we are respecting it on the reverse side of it by this previous 4H candle that has just closed, respecting the half week of it. It went below, then it came and closed above the half week. So now it's coming to offer support, probably offering support for price moving on forward. So I'll be looking to see what's going to happen. So now probably I might move ahead and watch this week, but I'll watch both of them, see how price is going to happen up around here. In terms of execution at the moment, I don't have much that I can execute on. Then having in mind the first 2 hours of the London session have just passed, so I'll just be patient. It's a Monday again, there's no news this Monday, so there's nothing that may cause price to push up ahead at the moment. So I'll just be patient and wait for New York, see what New York will hold. If we happen to see some good setup, then well and good. But so far, price is showing some bullish signs. Then coming on the dealing range from the swing high to the swing low, the equilibrium is resting right around here on this week, which again is shown on the 15-minute time frame. We have this week that's a swing low, and it's on the premium side. So again, if price respects that one, so we might still gravitate going lower, but we don't have much in terms of liquidity because we've just taken this swing low with this one. If we had equal lows here, then it would have been better to gravitate price lower, but since we have taken this swing low, this is the only remaining swing low, and again here we've rejected sort of this liquidity that's up above here, and we are moving up swiftly. So I think price might still be gravitated going up higher. So there's this pool of liquidity that's here. I'm looking really forward to see how it will be attacked. So the only direction for price to go basically now is just upwards, to go continue attacking these pools of liquidity. There's this swing high here, there's this swing high here, then there are these pools of liquidity that are lined up all here that I'm waiting to see them being targeted. But before we get to these pools of liquidity, we first firmly close above here for me to target there. So currently, what are the liquidity that I'll be hunting if I'm to take this trade? And actually, I'll see myself just taking, I'll just wait because we are way near above this, and there's some traders who might be interested with this down move and treat this as a resistance and want to take a sell below. So I'll just wait and see. If a good setups happen, then that will be it.